Hey people!
We all know a name when we see it on screen. We all know a name when we see it on screen. Everybody say it, Hetty 1313.
Hey people! Okay, Angie and the baby just left. She did everything, of course, in my casa, and it looks fabulous, and it feels fabulous, and all that stuff. But I got a phone call today. Now, there was an agency that was going to help me get, because, do you remember the ramp situation? Okay, for the new subs, let me get you caught up on that. Okay, I live in an apartment complex, and I have a ramp for my wheelchair that is wood, and it's, it's sealed and all that stuff. But somebody built that for me. The people in my church, they built it for me. Because I didn't have money to buy one, you know what I mean? So the apartment complex at one point was saying that they wanted me to have a metal ramp, but I had to pay for it because these apartments were built in like the early 80s, so they're grandfathered in that they don't have to do that. Anyway, so long story short, they didn't win. I got to keep my ramp. But then they said we want a concrete one because, it's just looks better or something. I don't know why, but a government agency for it's called Aging and Disability, they were going to help me pay for that. Well, now that I'm using crutches a lot more, I don't want to have a ramp because then that'll kind of make me teeter-totter. You know what I mean? Like going on a slope is not good on crutches. That's a dryer going, sorry. Anyway, ADD. Okay, so anyway, they just called me and said that because, I thought I wasn't going to get the funding for that. The agency wasn't going to fund the thing because I decided not to get it. So that was it, right? Well, apparently this agency was also wanting to help me with my prescriptions and anything medically related type stuff. But they called me today and they said that if I don't have my doctor fill out this huge long form and faxed in by the 22nd, which is Sunday, so they're giving me till the 23rd, and all my prescription information and all that stuff, then I lose it and I'll have to go back on the list and there'd be 600 people in front of me, so it would take forever to get the funding. Do you know what I mean? So they call me basically the day before because nobody works on the weekends. You know what I mean? Like doctor's offices and stuff. So they just call me the day before it's supposed to be turned in is basically how they did that. So I am trying to print out my stuff, get that fax to this lady about all my prescriptions and how much I paid. By the way, my prescriptions for 1 year, $8,190.06. Those are just the one, that doesn't include the chemotherapy and all the medicines that were in the hospital and stuff. And I've had the 4 rounds of chemo. So that is just the pills that I got. And sometimes I didn't even get the ones that I really needed because I didn't have the money for them. So, yeah. You wonder why I'm broke? There you go. Alright, I'm going to get back on this and I will talk to you guys later. Mustache kisses on your face. Mwah. I think her name is Sister Sunshine TV. Anyway, she did a video response to my video that I did today. That I posted today, which will be yesterday. You know what I'm talking about. Yesterday's vid when you watch this one. And she talks about her monkey feet. And she's got these shoes. I need those shoes. I don't know if anybody can find them online because I wouldn't even know where to start looking for them. But oh my Hannah Montana. Those things are amazing. They're not pretty, but I'm not out to be pretty, obviously. Look at this. Look. look at it. I don't care. I want my feet to be comfortable because she was talking about the neuropathy in her feet. And if you don't know what that is, it's like your feet, like you don't have sensation. You have too much sensation in your feet or something. So you have pins and needle feeling sometimes. Sometimes your feet feel extremely cold. Sometimes they feel hot. They're numb all the time. You don't know what you're stepping on, so you can't feel the bottoms of your feet. That's why I have so much, besides my balance issues, that's why I have so much problems with the walking and stuff, is because I can't feel where my feet are. Like, that they're actually hitting the ground. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, go check out her video. She was awesome for sending that to me because I would have never known about those shoes. Somebody find me a link where I can get those like next month or something. Okay, I love your guts. Bye. Chico, shut up. Okay, so the other day you called me. I'm recording, by the way. The other day you called me and you said that the world is going to end on Saturday.
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock our time.
So 5 o'clock our time, the world is going to end.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, and oh my God, my camera is freaking out. Hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to record it and my tripod's going crazy. Son of a bitch. Okay. Edit. Okay. So, 5 p.m. our time, the world's gonna end, and all the people that are saved or whatever are gonna go to heaven and stuff, right?
Right, it's like the rapture. Only like 98% of the people will not go. Only like 2 million people are going to be taken. And it'll be, like the people will be taken automatically. But we will be left, who's ever left over from like the very beginning of it. I think it goes until October, like it'll be hell on earth.
Okay, so earthquakes and all that stuff, and
it's supposed to start with earthquakes, like,
and then like so that way the bodies come up from the.
How about that?
They were saying something about the bodies, like the earthquakes are there for so that way the graves come up and the people come back and they either roam the earth or go to heaven or something. I don't know.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
I know. So what do you want to do on Sunday? You want to hang out since we'll be here?
We're going to have a barbecue.
I know. Well, this is the deal. We know for sure that our kids and her husband and Chico will go to heaven. So it's pretty much going to be me, Angie, and Irie against the zombies.
And since I can run really fast, I can push you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not going to be one of those people that gets caught by a zombie.
No. And Chase told me yesterday, because I was telling him that you had called and said that, and he was laughing, and he goes, okay, the first thing that you do is Angie comes down here. Then you guys get in the car because you can have it. I was like, thanks.
Well, thanks so much.
Okay, so I can have my car back. And then we are supposed to drive directly to Academy Sports and Outdoors. We get a whole bunch of guns and a whole bunch of, like, their hunting equipment and stuff like that. And he said you barricade up the apartment and then you just shoot up zombies and all that stuff. And if need be, we throw Irie out for them to, like...
Okay, well, first of all, this is my deal. This is my thing. We have to go to the grocery store first.
Well, you know I got, like, cans on cans on cans of stuff.
I know, but we got to go to the grocery store first.
Yeah.
Tons of groceries.
Well, can we go and get guns first? Just so that way, if there are people in the grocery store and they try to get the last thing of double-stuffed Oreos, we can shoot them.
People without even anything happening.
All I know is if somebody tries to get the last thing of double-stuffed Oreos, they're getting a straight shot to the head.
I'm going to stock up on cheesecake.
Okay, that's a deal. So it's me, you, and Irie against the zombies come Saturday night. So come over and hang out.
Of course.
All right.
Okay.
Totally love your face. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, the end of the world is starting. Here's the rain. Now we just have to wait for the earthquake. Hey people. Okay, so I'm about to cry. I'm watching What Would You Do? And they were in the town directly next to mine, which I feel a lot of discrimination and stuff here, not only for, you know, people of different races, but also people with disabilities, people with different sexual preferences, and they just had some people that were in a restaurant that is right down the street from me. And Texas is one of 29 states where you can actually refuse service to somebody because of their sexual preference. So the waitress had, they started out with a lesbian couple with children, and she was rating them, and I'm so proud of my Texas people. There was one man on there that didn't want to be on camera, and he high-fived them. But besides that old man, there was a guy who wrote a note to them and quoted MLK Jr. and stood up for these people. And the same with they did it with the male gay couples. And I just, seriously, people, I have been so torn lately where I'm almost like embarrassed to be a Texan because of the reputation we have and what I had seen. But keep in mind, I don't get out much anymore. But when I was out and about and in the working world and everything else, I saw it all the time. And they had an interracial couple that a man was attacking, basically yelling at them for being a mixed couple, and he said something about doves should be with doves and blackbirds should be with blackbirds, and people actually stood up and were taking this couple's side, which I never thought people in this area, there's a select few, there are some people that would, I would, but, and I'm really pissed that I didn't miss my chance to be on What Would You Do? Damn it, I always said I wanted to be on that show. Anyway, I've honestly kind of been embarrassed of being a Texan, and I'm just, oh God, I'm so proud of these people. There are a lot of ignorant people out there, but from what I saw on there, there's a lot of amazing people, and they're right down the street from me, and I didn't even know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think why it hits me so hard is because when Chase was a baby, I went to the grocery store, and I was going to check out, and I was standing in line, and there was a elderly kind of ish Well, you know, when I had him, I was 17, and then I turned 18 like a few days. Well, he was born on the 9th. The 25th was my birthday, so later that month I turned 18. And this lady, she said, "You disgust me." And I was like, "Excuse me?" Because honestly, I was very naive, and I didn't know what she meant by that. Like, I was like, "Excuse me?" So I thought I had like a booger in my nose or something, and she was like, "You're a nigger breeder." I don't like that word. I will tell you, I never say that word, but that's what that brought back for me. And after I was standing there for a while not knowing what to do, she said it again, and I kind of blacked out a little bit. And because she hawked the biggest loogie and spit it on my baby's face and said he'll never be anything. I beat that lady's ass. Not proud of that, but I truly believe at that moment in time, that was 16 years ago, I would have been arrested if it wasn't for the people that did stand up for me, that were there, and they were of all races, and I thank God at that moment there was a white cop and a black cop. The white cop came to me and put handcuffs on me in front of my baby. The black cop got the stories from the other people and took the cuffs off of me, apologized. He gave me a hug, and he handcuffed the woman because spitting on somebody is assault. I just had to share that with you guys. I'm very proud of the people that were featured on the show. I mean, they did the same thing in New York, and out of 100 people that were bystanders in New York, only a few stood up and said something. But here in the Bible Belt, more than half the people stood up and said something, and not only for the gay couples, but for the mixed race couples. I just very, very, very proud of you guys, and if you are watching and you were on that show, thank you. Thank you so much. If there was people like you when I was a young mother, I don't think that image of my son with the spit running down his face would be burned into my brain.